Hi everyone, welcome to day 33 of my 50 days SQL challenge series where I solve data analyst and business analyst interview question for SQL. Today we'll be solving one of the data analyst interview question that was asked in Facebook data analyst interview. So let's see the question. So the question is, you have a meta table with the columns user ID, name, status and country. Output, share of US user that are active. Active users are one with an open status in the table. Return total users and active users share for US. So that's the data that we have in the table. So we have users ID, all these are user ID. You can see we have the name of the customers, we have status which is open, or you can see the close, and the country of the users. So let's read the question one more time to understand it better. It says output, share of US user that are active. Active users are one with an open status in the table. There's a status column. In this status column, if this status is open, that means that is an active user. If it is closed, that is a non-active users. Return the total users, active users and the active users share for US. Now let's see how we can find the total users. So we can simply use a count functions and filter for US. That's how we can get all the users for US, right? Then second, we can count all the active users in the US. So we can basically count active users in US, right? Now to find active users ratio for US, we can divide by the active users divide by basically the total users, okay, and multiply with 100. This is how we will be basically getting the percentage of active users for US. So let's start writing our query to solve these questions. So I'm just going to use the same query. So I'll be selecting basically simple count function first. So I'm going to say count of user ID, okay, and saving it as basically total users, okay. So this is fine. Now let's just go ahead and basically use a case to basically count this active users. Now I can go ahead and say case when this status, okay, we can make a logic using case. This status equals open, okay, then 1, else 0. Okay, let me first show you what it else actually does. Okay, if I just comment this out for now, if I just select everything, okay, if I select everything and use this case statement, so let me show you what it actually does. Okay, I missed a comma here. I need to end the case, so I'm just ending the case, and just run this query now. Now I can see this is the case column. Okay, what it is doing basically for all this, basically open is basically giving a number called 1, and for close it's giving number called 0. So at the end basically we can do a sum on this column to see how many active users are there, because it's going to basically sum this one, isn't it, right? So now we need to filter the data for US. So we can say where country equals US, right? So USA, so country equals USA. Now we will be getting all this basically users, whoever is active users, they will be basically marked as basically 1, okay, for USA only, because we have filtered the data for USA. Now I can see for USA we are getting all the users. For the users where the status is open, we are getting 1. Now basically we need to do a sum of this 1. That's how we'll be getting all the active users. So I can go ahead and basically do a sum here. So I can go ahead and say sum. Inside the sum I can just put this case logic, and I can save it called basically active users, okay. Now this is going to basically give me the active users, and I can go ahead and basically write it again for the total users. So the total user is going to be simple count of count of user ID, which is this column, first column. You can use any column again, that's again going to be the same. So count of everything from this data and saving it as basically total users, okay. Now till now this is fine, okay. We will be getting 2 column answer. So let's just run this query, you will see. So one is total users, this is the total users, this is active users. Now to get the percentage, we can basically again use the same logic here. We can create a new column and we can go ahead and say basically the active users, basically this column divided by this column and multiply with 100. So we can go ahead and basically kind of use the same, which is this functions. This is going to return us basically the active users. So I can go ahead and say active users divided by this column, which is the first one, and multiply with 100. So I can just name it called as share of active users in US, okay. Now we can run this query. This is going to give us a 0 because we are getting a division error. Basically, I need to convert these numbers before doing this basically divisions. So here I'll be doing called numeric. Now if you're using PostgreSQL, you need to convert this number before doing divisions. Okay, so I'm saying numeric, and both the results I'm basically converting into numbers, and then I'm going to basically run this query again. This time I'll be getting the results. You see the result is showing 50%, which shows the share of active users in US is 50%, and the total user is basically 6. The active users is basically 3. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video till the end. This is how we can solve this kind of questions. Now I have a challenge for you. So the challenge is that you need to find non-active users for China. So non-active users is going to be basically total non-active users divided by the total users for China, and this is how you will be finding basically non-active users for China. You can write down your solutions in the comment box, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Take care. Bye.